Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Josh Keatley, and I do have some pretty crazy news for you. My apartment complex did catch on fire. Now, my entire apartment didn't go up in flames or anything. I'll explain everything to you, exactly how it started and, my perspective of it. And definitely check out this gameplay that's on the screen. This is extremely beast. I had this sitting on my computer for a while, just waiting for the right time to put it out. I think this is a good cause, something interesting to talk about. So, how I found out my apartment complex was on fire. So, yeah, I was out running around with my mom. I actually went over to my uncle's house and I was helping him out with his computer. I'm really good at computers, and I helped him. We ate supper over there. My mom ran me around for a bit, got groceries, stuff like that. But I came back to my apartment, I had all my groceries in my hand. Well, was coming to take them upstairs. There's a bunch of people standing outside. And, I started to walk up there, and they weren't moving out of my way. And they said that there was a fire up in the apartment. So, I was like, great, I really didn't know too much. A taller black lady, she was standing outside too, and I heard her talking about the fire was in her apartment, which was the apartment right below mine. And I heard her say something about french fries. I was kind of in a daze, like, man. And someone got the idea that we should make sure that everybody was out of the apartment complex. So I agreed to go in there and help. Me and another girl just went around banging on every single door and just letting them know that there was a fire and they need to get out of there. Now, while I was doing this, also, I stopped by at my apartment. Of course, after I banged on everyone's door, let them know that there's a fire. I wanted to, just check my apartment real quick. So I go into my apartment and, I forgot all about checking the door and everything. You learn when you're younger, and, I didn't do that, but it was fine. I went in there and it was completely smoky in my apartment. I was like, man, I thought for sure, the fire was already going through the floor, to my apartment. And I started to assess it more. I started walking all the way back to my bedroom, and that was the smokiest. And I thought about stuff to grab. I always thought, if there's a fire, I don't give a shit, I'm gonna grab some of my stuff. But there was just so much smoke, and like I said, it got worse when I got to my bedroom. I walked in my bedroom and I could not think of what to grab. I really wanted to grab my new gaming PC that I just bought, but it was way too big, way too many cords, and with all the smoke I couldn't think. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna get out of here. And I decided to grab my laptop that was sitting out in the living room. I decided to grab that on the way out the door. So that's the only thing I grabbed. So, I came outside with my laptop, and, once again, I just, banged on the doors, just double checked, make sure everybody was out. And, soon my uncle came over, he rushed over there, and the fire department came. And, eventually my sister, she was at work at the time, she got over too. She stays in the apartment. It's just me, my sister, and my niece. My niece, she was outside playing with the little kids that were outside also. Everybody in the apartment complex, everybody everywhere was outside. So, she was preoccupied. And when the firefighters got there, they went downstairs, they did their thing, put out the fire. But I seen them go up to our apartment too, and they started opening the windows. And when they opened the window to my bedroom, I seen the smoke just flying out. And, it was a really scary feeling, standing outside, seeing all the smoke coming out of my bedroom apartment. I was wondering how much of the fire they, got out, whatnot. But, it's just a really scary feeling standing outside, just wondering, was that fire gonna spread to my apartment or not? And I thought of all the new stuff that I just bought, with my YouTube money. I spent, thousands of dollars on new, gaming PC, 2 monitors, Gato, a microphone. I really thought all that stuff was going to be completely damaged, and I was just devastated. It was a very sad moment, for my family, just standing out there watching the fire. I was also thinking about, where am I going to stay? Where am I going to live? Is all my stuff going to be damaged? All my clothes, all my, Xbox, all my equipment of everything from YouTube. It was really hard. So I went and stayed with my mom. It wasn't until the very next day that, we got to assess the situation. And, that was really hard, just not knowing was everything alright or not. So, you know, we went into the apartment and it stunk horribly, and there was just smoke damage everywhere. Like, there was like a thick layer of, you know, ash, kind of looked like dirt, kind of like dust on top of everything. Everything was just dirty as can be, everything stunk. You know, it really sucked. So, you know, we had a lot of work ahead of us. I went, you know, it wasn't until like 2 days later, I went and got all my stuff out of the apartment, just grabbed everything, and, you know, I even posted on Facebook, you know, I'm gonna just look for a new place to live. Well, they assessed the apartment, you know, and they said that'll be a couple of days before we can get back in there, but we can move back in. And so that's all I've been doing the last couple of days, is just cleaning the shit out of this apartment. Like, we had to do all the dishes, we had to do every single piece of laundry, every single item in the house had to be wiped down, and it was just a lot of work, you know, really stressful, a lot of trips up and down the stairs. You know, I am sitting in my apartment right now, you know, it does really stink in here. You know, I'm the only one in here. My niece and my sister haven't came back in yet, and I don't think they're going to. I think we're actually gonna just try to find a new place to live. So I'm probably not gonna be in this apartment that much longer. You know, I'm gonna try to bust as many YouTube videos out I can in the next couple of days. But I do need to find a new place to live. I'm not sure where I'm gonna live yet. You know, it's a really shitty feeling, you know, and I just hope everything works out okay for me. You know, I really need to find a place that has internet, good internet, and, you know, I really just want to keep my YouTube going. You know, I do appreciate all the support from you guys. You know, I really do appreciate it. But yeah, that's about it for my video. You know, it does suck that I gotta find a new place to live, but, you know, at least everybody was alright. You know, nobody was injured out of this, and, you know, at least all of our stuff in the apartment is alright. So, I mean, I just gotta find a new place to live, and I do hope everything works out. I really appreciate you listening to my story. I want to thank you guys, and I hope you have a really great day today.